Shalom. First off, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham and Kakodash. I want to give double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, the rule well and teach well, and salutations to the hopeful elect that's out there preaching this truth in all honesty and sincerity across the four corners of the earth. All right, I'm coming at you with a quick video. Lord willing, this be edifying. And I want to title it, He that is unjust, let him be unjust still. All right, because you got wicked ass, Israelites out there, that's having coming out with false doctrines, trying to say the heathen can be saved. They're saying, oh, the heathen is going to be completely done away with, when there's a set doctrine that speaks about what's going to happen to the heathen. All right. Salakia. So the heathens outside of Esau they're gonna go into captivity as well with Esau, but Esau gonna get the brunt of the blow of slavery. All right, and Esau ultimately gonna be the only nation that's gonna be fully exterminated. You can read that in Obadiah. All right, so Esau is mainly the unjust man. All right, but you got a lot of 2/3 that's following his unjustness. Or if that's even a word. All right. But basically, that's why they trying to cape for Esau. That's why the scriptures say they are their father, the devil. They want the devil to be saved, man. They want the devil to be a joint heir with them, with Yahweh Shai, which is not possible, man. There is no way at all possible. All right. But let me get Slakia. Revelation chapter 22. All right. Go to verse 11. Well, I can start verse 10. It says, and then right here in the title says the final message. All right. It says, and he saith unto me, seal not the sayings of the prophecy of this book, for the time is at hand. So seal not the saying of the prophecy of this book, man. That's prophecy. All right. That Esau is going into captivity. All right. Revelation 13. All right, 13 and 10. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword shall die by the sword. All right, and we know that Esau is blessed with the sword. All right, that's how he was able to conquer and take over, by the blessing of the sword, man. All right, so we can't seal not the prophecy, the sayings of the prophecy in this book, man. You can't. So we got to bring it out, man. Cry aloud, spare not. Revelation chapter 22, verse 11 says, he that is unjust, let him be unjust still. He that is wicked, let him be wicked still, unrighteous. All right. And he which is filthy, let him be filthy still. Filthy, the wicked or the heathen. Well, ultimately, mainly the wicked is Esau. But, a lot of these heathens, they have customs and certain things that they do that's against what's according to the Bible. All right. Some things can be upright, say Ishmael, having their women in order, having them clothed up and having multiple women, certain things, because he have heard of the power. All right, but ultimately, they're wicked, man. I saw some with Elam, they doing the same thing as the Hamites. All right, when it comes to cow dung and things. All right, so they are filthy, man. We already know the filthiness of this devil, man. All right, so he which is filthy, let him be filthy still. And he that is righteous, let him be righteous still. And he that is holy, let him be holy still. So we are a holy and peculiar people. We're separate for the rest of these nations, man. So we are clean. We're a holy, a peculiar people. All right, we separate. We're righteous. Lord willing, we striving to be righteous. All right, we're not 100%. We're not perfect right now because we don't preach perfection. All right, we preach perfection according to the doctrine. All right, we try to follow the law, statutes, commandments to the best of our abilities, but we in a tainted society. So that's why we can't be perfect, man, because we in a fucking tainted society, man. This devil want to keep us going off. He put things in our way, to keep us going off. Even things you can't even think of, man. This devil is wicked as hell. All right, verse 12, and behold, I come quickly, and my reward is with me to give every man according as his work shall be. So according to your works. All right, faith without works is dead. Your works will follow you, whether you perish on the side or whether you get beaten up in the chariot. If you're a man of the Lord, your works will follow you. So the Lord, he's coming quickly and his reward is coming with him. So it's a reward for us to do for us doing this thing, man. And the reward is ultimately salvation, to be saved from these perilous times that we're in, man. The heathens can't be saved from this perilous time, and only the elect of Israel can be saved, man. All right. Jeremiah 30 are going into Jacob's trouble, man. But, hey, the remnant of Jacob gonna be saved out of this peril, out of this hell that we're in, man. All right. So the heathens, y'all, are not going to escape, man. Scripture's going to it. I could go into it right now. Isaiah 14, man. Hey, you devils will not see this thing through. You devils that's over here in Babylon, America, and wherever various other places across the world. Yeah, it's going to be a portion of y'all left already going to captivity, but y'all not going to be from Babylon, America. All right. You ain't going to have a remnant of Edom that's going to survive these missiles coming here and going to be slaves in the kingdom. No, man. The ones that be destroyed on this side going to have to be birthed back into the kingdom through the Edomites that are left scattered across or wherever in other lands, man. All right. That's how that work. All right. All right. Let me get 2 Thessalonians. Chapter 2. All right. All right, start at the top. All right, and it says, now we beseech you, brethren, by the coming of our Lord Yahushua HaMashiach, and by our gathering together unto him, that ye be not soon shaken in mind or be troubled, neither by spirit, nor by word, nor by letter, as from us, as that day of Hamashiach is at hand. So it's for these future times, man. All right. So we can't be shaken in our mind and be troubled, or neither in the spirit, or by word, or by the letter, All right. Because the day of the Lord is at hand, man. We in that time now. We at the end of the end. All right. Back then, that was the end, but we in the end of the end. That was the beginning of the end. But we're in the end of the end. All right. The end of all ends, basically. All right. Because we ain't going to never go through anything like this ever again when we get set up in righteousness. All right. So verse 3 says, let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition. So that man of sin, Esau, Edom, the son of perdition. All right, there was a falling away. You know how we lost our heritage and this devil tried his best to hide it from us. So there was a falling away. And some of our people still lost in that falling away, to where they came into the truth and heard the full truth, but then they wanted to switch up after their daddy Esau, or switch up the doctrine to keep us blinded, man. All right, a lot of these other people in these other camps, man, they don't want to get the hell up out of here, man. They want to stay here and eat of the riches of this world. All right, they want to feed off the riches of carnality, man. All right, so let no man deceive you by any means. So it's going to be a lot of people trying to deceive you, man. Esau got these people set up, these hirelings set up to keep these people blinded. But the elect going to wake up and they're going to see what's going on. All right, verse 4 says, who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called the Most High, or that is worship, so that he is a power, so that he is as the Most High, sitteth in the temple of the Most High, showing himself that he is the Most High. His devil, all right, want to be set up as the Most High. He want to exalt himself above the stars. Which Isaiah 14 will be a good chapter to go in behind this, man. All right. So let me go ahead and get it. All right, it's Isaiah chapter 14. All right, verse 12. It says, "How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations?" So Esau weakening the nations. You know what Lucifer means is bearer of light bearer. All right, now what they consider themselves of being. All right, they feel like, they hold all the knowledge of the world and all these different things. The reason why they feel like they apt to call all the shots. All right. Verse 13 says, "For thou hast said in thy heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of the Most High. I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north." All right. So they want to exalt themselves up as the Most High. They're mainly doing it, all right, over here in America. All right. But hey, man, this ultimately gonna be the spearhead point, because basically, man, this is that main stage. America is that main stage. All right, because when things get over here, man, that's when it's over with, man. So when Babylon get destroyed, all right, that's the end all be all right, of Esau, Edom. All right. So verse 21, it says, "Prepare slaughter for his children for the iniquity of their fathers, that they do not rise nor possess the land, nor fill the faces of the world with cities. For I will rise against them, said the Lord of hosts, and cut off from Babylon the name and remnant and son and nephew, said the Lord. I will also make it a possession for the bittern and pools of water, and I will sweep it all with the besom of destruction, and the Lord of hosts, saith the Lord of hosts." All right, so bittern, because America means bitter. All right, if you go into the etymology and the root words of America, all right, it means bitter. So this place is bitter. All right, the Lord is going to destroy this place. All right, where it says, Revelation about wormwood going to contaminate it by the thermonuclear missiles. All right, it's going to be a desert. The Lord going to sweep it with a besom of destruction. Going to do a clean sweep, all right, of America. Everything will get burnt to the elements. All right, this place is done, man. All right. Let me get Habakkuk. Salakia. All right, so that's Habakkuk chapter 2. I'm getting straight to the point where I want. All right, chapter 2, verse 4 says, "Behold, his soul, which is lifted up, is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith." So the righteous man is gonna live by his faith. All right, but the soul is lifted up is not upright in him. All right. So this devil, his soul is not upright, man. So that's why we call Esau Mr. Can't Get Right. All right. Verse 5 says, "Yeah, also because he transgressive by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlarge his desire as hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied, but gathered unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people." So this devil want all people to bow to him, man, because that's what we gonna have in the kingdom, man. So he want that, all right, on the left hand side of doing things. All right, but it's gonna come to no avail. You read Job. It's gonna come to no avail. As soon as he feel his belly, the Lord gonna throw it down. Throw his whatever he set up, gonna throw it down. All right, because the soul is not upright in him, man. Mister can't get right, Esau eat him. All right, transgressing by wine, he is a proud man. All right, hey, look right now, his army is stretched thin. He can't keep it home. All right, we in the land of unwalled villages. All right, hey, we don't have no defense here. So when all our hell break loose, you people, hey, it's gonna be a no holds barred on you people, man. All right, so hey, man, Lord willing, this is edifying. And with that being said, Shalom.